In a world where drugs are extremely dangerous and easily obtained, OxyContin is one of the most highly addictive opioids out there. First discovered in Germany in 1916, OxyContin made its way to the United States in the early 20th century. Years after its initial appearance, the U.S. government approved its use to alleviate pain, most commonly in cancer patients and others experiencing chronic pain. This was launched early in the year of 1996 and immediately picked up by the drug manufacturing company of Purdue. In the early 2000s, it became clear how big of an issue OxyContin was becoming in its highly addictive ways.
People who were originally prescribed the drug to manage pain levels became addicts. Soon, regular addicts took notice and started buying it. It also became very easy for teenagers experimenting with drugs to get a hold of it. Users began to crush the tablets and take them either through inhalation or by adding water injection. The states with the biggest problems with the abuse of OxyContin were Kentucky, Virginia, West Virginia, Pennsylvania, Maine, and Ohio. In 2002, the advisory committee got together to discuss the growing addiction and, after thorough discussion, decided to maintain how it is prescribed and continue to give it to people needing assistance with pain management.
The specific effects of OxyContin that get people addicted from the start are its strong feelings of euphoria and sleepiness. Because it is also prescribed as a painkiller, it does a great job taking people out of their misery, usually throughout a 12-hour period. The other side effects that aren't as pleasant include, but are not limited to, blue lips, fingernails, and/or skin, extreme dizziness and weakness, slow and shallow breathing, slow or uneven heartbeat, sweating, clammy skin, seizures, lightheadedness, fainting, severe constipation and vomiting, loss of appetite, and sleepiness.
OxyContin shows its effects by working through the central nervous system, where pain sensations are initially sent for processing before making it to the brain. Basically, the drug changes those messages of the painful stimulus into something not so uncomfortable. These messages are received in the brain as euphoric feelings, which is where the high comes from.
OxyContin is sometimes used as a better alternative to heroin and morphine for addicts trying to quit. It is used temporarily to dull the withdrawal effects of the stronger drugs so they can eventually be substance-free. As far as rehabilitation programs for addicts of OxyContin, the goal is to help them overcome both the psychological and physical effects of the drug. How they do this can vary from clinic to clinic, so finding the right one to fit the addict's needs and wants is the most important part.
A lot of money follows OxyContin as well. A network of privately owned pain management clinics in Florida was reported by prosecutors to have sold $40 million worth of oxycodone pills over the course of 2 years, as reported by Businessweek. With a lot of OxyContin going over the counter, this results in some falling into the wrong hands and misuse. A majority of these people eventually end up in hospitals. 182,748 visits to emergency rooms across the U.S. in 2010, just to be specific. Data has also shown that Oxy affects men and women differently. The Substance Abuse and Health Services Administration did a study which showed women to become more dependent on the drug much faster than men do. Women also show far more severe emotional and physical consequences, but are less likely to admit they have a problem and get the help they need.
Doug has abused oxycodone since he was just 15 years old.
Quite a few people experiment when they're kids with certain drugs and stuff. I found that one that gave me a wow feeling, they call it. I've just been chasing it ever since.
Doug would rather shoot pain pills than heroin because he believes they're made by a pharmaceutical company and guaranteed to be 100% pure.
The heroin around here is garbage. A lot of people would rather do pills. Unless you can find someone who's actually got good heroin. But the heroin's just as expensive down here.
Unlike heroin, pain pills are designed with a slow-release safety coating to help prevent overdose. But because Doug injects oxycodone straight into his bloodstream, all the opiates rush through his body in one massive hit. Doug's so hooked on pain pills that if he doesn't inject at least 6 of these oxycodone a day, he'll go into withdrawal.
Body aches so bad you can't move. Diarrhea real bad. Throwing up stomach bile. It's horrible. But once I do that pill, though, it all goes away. Body don't hurt no more.
At just 21 years old, Doug is now paying a massive price for his addiction.
I got hepatitis C from sharing needles with people. And the last time I went to my liver specialist, they said probably about 20 years, and that's living clean.
In the chaos of their daily lives, these friends still share needles, So far, Doug is the only one in the house with hepatitis C. Doug has tried and failed to beat his addiction. For a young man who should have his whole life ahead of him, he pictures a dark future for himself.
I've tried and tried and tried, and I don't know if it's because I'm not done getting high or what, but sometimes, like, the only way to defeat this addiction is just to die, basically. Like, that'd be the easy way out.